And this is Weekend at 1. Thank you so much for staying with us. Let's now continue with our coverage. Resettlement of refugees has been taking place in Kenya since 2016. The Kalobeyel settlement scheme, for example, was created after an influx of refugees in Kakuma and Turkana. The Turkana community, which is the host community, is however unhappy over the program. It claims that refugees are being given top priority as they languish in poverty. Beldin Waliaula visited the area and tells us their story.
In northern Kenya, west of Turkana County, lies Kakuma, where more than 250,000 refugees are hosted. The bustling town of Kakuma, whose economy thrives due to the presence of refugees, hosts Kakuma Refugee Camp and Kalobeyei Settlement Scheme. The camp started in 1992 following the sudden influx of refugees who had fled the war in Sudan. Since then, there has been an influx of refugees from war-torn states such as Somalia, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Rwanda, Burundi, Eritrea, and Uganda. Due to large numbers, the UNHCR started resettling some of the refugees. The county government of Turkana offered more than 500 acres to resettle the refugees in 2016. Though our access to the camp was limited, we managed to get a view of how the resettled refugees lived at the Kalobeyei resettlement scheme. Here, the refugees are supported through cash programs to encourage self-reliance. These are the first pilot shelters that were built for resettling refugees at Kalobeyei resettlement scheme. But resettling or integration of refugees has not been well received among the host community. In this town hall meeting where the host community, the Turkanas, met refugees to discuss how they are going to integrate in the community as they are being resettled, they did not hesitate to raise the challenges they are facing. Turkana, just like any other northern Asal county, is dry. The residents say for more than 2 years they have not seen rain. For herders, it has been tough. The largest river where even the residents depend on for water is now a sand bed. This is the only water point in this river that residents of Kakuma town depend on. They claim they spend hours fetching water that is not clean. Yet, those living in camps just a few kilometers from them have water in plenty.
If refugees are getting enough water, why can't we also get enough water? Because maji yetu yote inatoka kwa hii laga Tarachi. Na unajua the level of water maji yenye iko refugee ni mengi sana kushinda yale. Sisi bado tunachota maji kwa laga. But refugees are tapped water.
Hapa tuko na shida ya maji. Ichimbua hata mfereji, tunashare na umbwa maji, nguruwe, cheshea maji.
Pia naye pia ukienda upande wa chakula nini, watu wana struggle sana kupata chakula. Ndio unapata hata mtoto mdogo anaingia town akiwa angali mdogo sana kutafuta tu.
The other complaint residents of Turkana had is deforestation carried out by refugees who mostly depend on charcoal to prepare their food. The locals are calling on more sustainable ways of cooking food.
Nataka tu kukata miti yote. And since that time, let me tell you, Turkana imekuwa desert. And that is why wakati waliona hivyo wakasota out to bamba kuni. Unaona sasa, where you are sorting to bamba kuni and yet uja support community kuweka miti mingi.
The refugees also face myriad of challenges like accessing identification for their children who were born in Kenya. The host community wants laws to be amended so that men who share children with the locals are resettled in Kenya so that they can take care of their children. Most children born from refugees and locals lack identification, therefore cannot advance in life.
Refugee akifanya ndoa na Mkenya inamaanisha kwamba yeye ako in a better opportunity to apply for Kenyan citizenship by first applying for a dependency pass, ile kuonyesha kwamba anaishi hapa Kenya na ameolewa na ama ameoa Mkenya.
Tuko na wanaume na tuko na wanawake. Most of them have married our women. Na wamezaa watoto. Sasa kitu cha ajabu ni kwamba watoto hawa ni wanani?
The host community also wants those with families to be given priority when it comes to resettlement.
ule mtu ako na bibi na watoto, it should be integrated. Abaki na bibi hapa. Washughulike wote, they should carry the burden together. Hapa naenda resettlement ama unaenda repatriation ati unawacha bibi na watoto.
Getting work has also been a thorn in the flesh to some of the host community.
Utapata kwamba hata kama waki-advertise kazi, watasema we are advertising for 100 positions. Alafu 70 positions will be given to refugees. And then 30 to the host community.
Besides the complaints, the residents say that the camp has been an economic pillar to them.
Hatuna shida na mambo ya integration kati ya mandugu zetu huko na wale host. In fact, we don't call them refugees. We call them brothers.
Na tunashukuru nchi ya Kenya kwa kuweza kutupea nafasi ya kukaa. Sababu kama tumekimbia hatukuwa tunajua kwamba tunaenda wapi. Lakini Wakenya wakaona hapana, kulingana na matatizo ambayo mko nayo, wacha tuwapee hifadhi.
But with the Refugee Act of 2021, refugees are now able to access and move freely, have a right to work in Kenya, and better access to financial services. The Kalobei settlement, which is more than 500 acres, aims to give refugees a monumental step towards self-sufficiency. But the host community, mostly the Turkanas, say more participation still needs to be done and a discussion on how their welfare will be improved in